everybody, and welcome back again to Local Lifestyles. April Nading joining us for some yoga this morning, and we're going to kind of tie this all into the month of February.
Yes,
we think of Valentine's Day, Heart Month. So.
We're going to do some heart openers.
Okay.
So only because it's Heart Awareness Month.
That sounds like it painful.
Think more about chest opening.
Okay,
How about
all
that?
right.
Chest opening.
I don't think that's making you feel any better.
No. All right, I get it.
Well, you know, we sit around at our desk so often and we end up like this and like this. And that's just not good for us. I mean, it's bad posture.
Yes.
So we're opening up when we do heart opening poses. So I've chosen a couple of my favorites. I mean, if you Google heart openers, there are a bunch. But we're gonna start with camel pose. And then we will it's also Wednesday, hump.
Oh,
okay, yes, there we go.
And then we'll do a couple of modifications.
Yes,
okay,
that's always good, because and that's fine, because they're still being beneficial, but it might just be a little bit better for your body.
There's still ways to do it.
Okay.
So start with your knees hip distance apart.
Okay.
And then make sure your feet aren't winging out or crossing the midline. So go straight back from your knees.
Right there.
Straight back.
Bring your hands to your lower back like you're putting your hands in your jeans pockets. So palms against you.
Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
And then think about lifting with your inhale, lengthening. On your exhale, press your hips forward. On your inhale, lift and lengthen again. See if you can bring your right hand to your right heel.
Yeah, right.
And then ideally,
I got it.
You did it good. And then bring your left hand to your left heel. Now, remember,
I'm feeling it in my thighs.
I definitely feel it through my thighs.
Lift on your inhale. And press your hips forward on your exhale. So I actually don't want you to do that, okay? So come back forward. So here's something that Ron was doing that's very common.
What's that?
People are so intent on grabbing their heels, they're just leaning back.
Which I did do.
And so you're missing that heart opening.
So, like he was saying, he felt it more here. You should feel it more.
Oh my goodness, I was feeling right there.
So that's an indicator that you want to modify your pose. So this is actually kind of good that you felt that.
Yeah, you can want me to go sideways like this so I can see better?
So one thing you can do is curl your toes under. So your heels are up. So that makes it a little bit easier to reach back and grab it. Keep your chest lifted. Just do one hand. Just do one. Just do one. So you stay lifted. You might even look back so that you make sure you're opening up your heart. Some people even like to open up with an arm. Okay. So that gives you that opening. And then you would just switch sides. Come back. Bring your left hand down.
Okay, I got it.
And open up. You could kind of look back.
And still doing the breathing. I feel like that's so easy to forget when you're doing all these things.
And that's one thing to
and
think
it's important, right?
Inhaling and exhaling. You're inhaling and you're opening. You're exhaling and pressing hips forward.
Okay.
So you don't even have to grab your heels in this pose to get the benefits.
Okay.
As long as you're lifting and pressing hips forward. Lifting and pressing hips forward. And maybe you can let your head drop back. For some people, that's very confrontational, letting their head drop back.
Like you feel like you're going to...
I've had people say that they feel like they're going to pass out, they get a headache. And I've had one person say they saw stars and colors, and I said, is that a bad thing?
So can we modify that?
Right.
I don't think seeing stars is a good thing.
So again, that's where you can just do one at a time. Just take your time. But again, you're working on opening and pressing hips forward. So again, so many people, if you're just reaching back, especially if you feel it in your knees and your quads,
I was feeling higher in my
leaning
thighs,
back, that's really not what you're wanting. It's not necessarily that it's going to cause damage, but it isn't what you're wanting.
You're wanting to benefit the chest, right?
You're wanting to open up. This is the most important part. So again, whether or not you have your hands back on your heels, it really doesn't matter. It's that opening is what you're looking for.
All right, but we're going to come back after this break, and we're going to do another pose. So April has another one ready for us next. Let's see if Ron can get this one right.
I didn't do this one too well.
I got it at the end. You got it at the end. You got it with the modification.
I like having an instructor.
Stay with us. We'll do another one when we come back, everybody.